It was the 1970s, and a Swedish pop group named ABBA was taking the world by storm. Fans everywhere knew the radiant blonde singer Agnetha Fältskog as the voice of hits like Waterloo and Dancing Queen. But then a shocking rumor began circulating. Agnetha Fältskog hates her more than anyone. Who is this mysterious her? And why would Agnetha harbor such feelings? Was it a dark secret behind the smile? Imagine this, waking up to a headline claiming your idol hates someone. How would you feel? Our journey begins by separating sensational tabloid gossip from the real story of Agnetha Fältskog. Agnetha Fältskog's story starts far from the Hollywood lights. Born on April 5, 1950 in Jönköping, Sweden, she grew up in a modest home. Music flowed in her blood. By age 6, she was already composing songs. Her very first tune, Tivo Små Troll, Two Little Trolls, was penned at age 6. Imagine a little girl at a piano, dreaming of melodies that would one day fill stadiums. By her early teens, she was performing in local revues and singing in a trio called the Cambers. Heartbreak came young. At 17, she wrote Jag var så kär, I was so in love, after a breakup. That song rocketed to the top of Swedish charts, giving Agnetha her first taste of fame. Imagine being a teenager and suddenly hearing your own song blasting across the country. How would that change your life? In the early 1970s, Agnetha's path crossed with 3 other musicians in Sweden, Björn Ulvaeus, Benny Andersson, and Anni-Frid Lyngstad. Together, they formed ABBA. On a spring night in 1974, ABBA won the Eurovision Song Contest with Waterloo. It was a launchpad to global fame. Within months, ABBA became a household name. Over the next decade, the quartet sold an estimated 150 million records worldwide, a staggering number that made them one of the best-selling acts ever. Agnetha's clear, emotive soprano led classics like Dancing Queen, Mamma Mia, and SOS. Imagine suddenly being part of a band that every country on earth adores. How would you handle that pressure? Montage of ABBA performing at large arenas, flashing cameras, cheering crowds, album covers like ABBA Gold, film clips. A young Agnetha Fältskog on stage in 1974 at the dawn of ABBA's international stardom. At the height of fame, ABBA's influence was everywhere, from Grammy nods to a global hit musical Mamma Mia. The 4 members were even knighted by the King of Sweden years later. Yet amid the glitter, real people lived behind the pop anthems. Scenes of ABBA accepting awards, magazine covers showing all 4 smiling, the logo of Mamma Mia, Broadway show. But even for stars, personal struggles can erupt in the shadows of success. ABBA's 2 married couples, Agnetha and Björn, Frida and Benny, faced intense strain. By late 1970s, Agnetha and Björn's marriage fell apart. Björn's anguish became the heartbreaking ballad, The Winner Takes It All, famously sung from Agnetha's perspective. Agnetha later admitted she disliked touring and flying. In fact, she confessed, I didn't like flying or spending time away from my children. The pop world also fixated on her looks, so much that she snapped back on TV. I'm not only a sexy bottom, you know. All this glare was exhausting. Rumors swirled. Was Agnetha unhappy? Was there tension with Frida? Could any friendship survive under that spotlight? Imagine dealing with a breakup while millions are watching and speculating. Slow-motion clips of empty concert halls at night. Press clippings about ABBA's rumored feuds. A newspaper headline about the winner takes it all. Whilst in truth, Agnetha repeatedly denied any feud with Frida. In a candid 2013 interview, she said there was none of that rivalry. On the contrary, the 2 women always helped and supported each other during ABBA's tour. The real demons were the relentless pace, media attention, and heartache. She quietly endured a stalking incident and, tragically, her mother is.